This video is brought to you by Brad Carey Realty, Realty Executives Premier. Hey, it's Debo. We're at ATT Evolution Gym. We're with Tyron Woodley, taking some time to talk to Knuckle Junkies tonight. It's been a long time coming, and appreciate you having us out tonight.
No problem, man. I appreciate you guys swinging through.
And you know, the thing is, it's always nice to be able to kind of break information. So I know that this has been a big day for you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the news that came about today?
It's been a huge day for me, man. Everybody's been asking me, when's your next fight? When's your next fight? That's probably the most frequent question that any mixed martial art fighter gets. And sometimes we don't know the answer. Sometimes you guys find out before we do. But I got a call today, and when I saw my manager's number come up, I knew he had some good news for me. And he kind of joked me when he first called, said, hey, you know, I just talked to Joe Silva, and he needs you to be down to 170 in 2 weeks for this fight in Brazil. I'm like, 2 weeks? I'm like, who's the person that wanted me to fight? Eric Silva or somebody? He's like, I don't know, man, but he said, if you don't do this, man, he gonna cut you from the UFC. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, well, go ahead and cut me, because I'm not going out to Brazil to fight some world beater on 2 weeks' notice. But he was joking around with me, and you know, he told me that basically November 16th I'll be fighting Josh Koscheck on pay-per-view at the MGM. So you know, I jumped on the opportunity. I said yes, and literally, like not even exaggerating, our technology is nuts. 2 minutes, I'm getting tweets, and then I'm getting a contract right to my phone. So you know, when they pull a bug and they roll on a fight, man, they roll real fast. So.
Well, you know, that's the interesting thing. You know, I know that you're eager to get back in there and get back in the cage and fight again. And when you get a chance to fight a UFC veteran, I know that's something that I know you're definitely looking forward to.
Definitely. You know, at my point in my career, man, the patty cake is over with. You know, the filling out process. Everybody in my weight class is tough. For me, it only makes sense to fight top guys that are going to put me that much closer to the title. This guy has fought George St. Pierre twice. Though he lost both times by decision, but he's been in those big fights. He had a ton of experience, and I think he possessed the threats, and I think he possessed the skills that make me want to come out there and fight and bring out the animal in me, and I think that's what I need. An opponent that's going to be in great shape, good wrestling, holds several different threats, but I think this style is great. It's great for the fans, and I think, you know, I'm going to go out there and have an explosive performance.
I think what's really interesting is coming off a real close decision in your last fight against Jake Shields, and you know, some people even obviously feel like you won that fight. I guess the thing that I want to know from you is, what did you learn from that fight moving forward now that you can put that behind you, and what did you learn to take into this fight that you have coming up now?
I think, you know, when someone's getting in on shots and getting denied, when somebody's throwing punches and missing on every last one of them, you know, for me, it wasn't whether or not I lost the fight. I think everybody spoke, including Dana White, that he felt I won the fight. After speaking with Jake Shields, he wanted me on camera, but he didn't believe he won the fight in so many words. But anybody who knows me, anybody knows the gifts God's given me, the ability to be able to explode, to be, you know, dynamic, to be, you know, three-dimensional. I wasn't that night, and win or lose, I wasn't happy with my performance. So the lesson I learned from that is that when you got somebody sitting there, you know, ready to be put away, ready to be beat upside the head, you need to do it. I mean, I kicked him to the ground twice, I spin it back fist him, but I didn't pounce on him, I didn't spill blood at any point in that fight. I didn't even attempt to take him down, so I think that for me, I got to be a consistent, same type of vicious fighter each fight, and I think this fight is a perfect one to keep that streak going.
Talk a little bit about, I know you're back in St. Louis now, as you know, we're in your gym, ATT Evolution. How are you able to still train and do the things that you need to do to prepare for your upcoming fights?
Yeah, the luxury about having a gym, you're always in the gym, you always got guys that are getting ready, and you always, you know, have a mat right next to you, right next to your desk. So for me, it's been a blessing, you know, on ATT Evolution. Within 2 small years, we've been able to do a lot of damage. We have a lot of great people coming through the doors. You have a lot of, you know, members that came to the gym. So for us, you know, out of any gym in St. Louis, we've been able to do more damage in 2 years than all these gyms have ever have thought of in 2 years. So for me, you know, I feel the competition. I enjoy it because I watch and I look on TV and I look on the internet, and everybody's doing what we're doing. That's why we're the Evolution Gym. That's why we vow to train ahead of the curve, and we really set the curve, and you know, everybody else is following after us. And for me, I take that same mindset in my training. You know, I've been training for Koscheck for 2 weeks, even though they didn't announce it. I did my math and I looked at every opponent that was out there. There was only 2 left. It was either Rick Stewart or Koscheck. And for me, prepping for those guys are very similar. So I went out there and I started working on the Koscheck fight, and I got it announced today. So I'm gonna take a week out, go on vacation with my wife, and I'm gonna come back focused and ready to get into this training camp.
I guess that takes me to my next question. We're with Tyron Woodley. We're here at ATT Evolution, and make sure you check out knucklejunkies.com where you can keep up with all the best St. Louis MMA. We just had our KJ Power rankings, and you were voted #1 pound-for-pound fighter, and I guess I wanted to get your feelings on that.
I guess it's always great to get recognition. I think as far as St. Louis, I'm big brother to St. Louis when it comes to MMA. I was one of the first guys to get out there and do it. I opened up the doors for a lot of these St. Louis fighters. I feel like, personally, it's flattering to be, the pound for pound, knuckle junkie fighter in St. Louis, but there's so many tough fighters out there. And you guys and Brad and everybody with Knuckle Junkies, I always like to try to go out and support these local guys. So it's an honor, but also we want to make sure we pay attention to these up and coming guys. It's another guy that's going to be like Tyron Woodley that busts through the ranks, and I think off the top of my head, taking 3 or 4 guys. The fact that Josh Koscheck isn't in the UFC is embarrassing for St. Louis. This kid's ranked third to 6th in the world. He's not in the UFC. I think as a city, we're so far behind. And I think it's great that guys like you are covering the local St. Louis talent. You guys are going to the shows. You guys are really getting their stories out there in the waves. And for me, I'm being a little selfish now because I'm hunting for a world title. In the past, I've been very vocal and very vivid on trying to help get the exposure to St. Louis. Now I got to go get a world title because I think that's the best way I can bring exposure to my city.
Get your St. Louis MMA fix at knucklejunkies.com.